yeah, we push on. I have a ton of destroyers for repair. In addition to plenty of them sunk, so doing something else is good. I have no idea if this Ariadne is modern or, but yeah, Cumberland, the cruiser, so fair enough. Subs working up. Phoenix. So it's basically the battle cruiser variant. "33 aircraft, yeah, that's possible. Heavy air. Of course, a mine. Is it now? Really? Is it really? Coastal raid. You may add one ship. The biggest guy we have here. These are 29 nutters. So what about this Goeben with 17-inch guns? Yep. It's a good raid. Yes, of course, few. Ah, darkness, of course, darkness. Yeah, sure. That's I mean, it's fun. Good fun. Let's speed this up. Beef is attacking a submarine. Oh, very interesting. And we have some darkness. Objectives. Think shipping. This feels so pointless because why would I? Support force. Okay, so I have 2 battle cruisers somewhere. And my screen falls back when there is darkness. So I can just... Been a while since I ran into mines. Mines! Okay, that's the one. Transport in the darkness, very interesting. And we are done. Let's go home. See who gets torpedoed or mined. Yeah, something engines. 800 minutes. No daytime. Oh, I have a ship going back the other way. Lost the destroyer. Me. Must have been AI formation. Six subs. Destroyers. Sure. Yes. Without border changes. Okay. Good. Well, that's not large, but okay. Malaya. Fiji. No, Gibraltar. What's up with the US? Ah, okay. So they want to fight us, but okay, fine. We can do war with the US. It's not a problem. But then we have to plan and make ready for it. Great Britain, despite having a small number of ships sunk, is back up over 1 million. So it's definitely re-established itself as a good player here. Russia is pretty hopeless, actually. Yeah, they have some good ships. And the US has some good ships. Now I think I shall plan a bit, because it's clear to me that the US is itching for a fight in the Caribbean. It's much easier for them to fight there since they have this as a home territory, not because of the aircraft, but for the basing. I will definitely need more submarines, and yeah, I hope the war doesn't start immediately. So over to plan and reorganize. Okay, so we are doing this peace thing, but the US still very upset and likely to still be cranky as long as we hold Panama. In that regard, holding Panama might not be the best idea ever, but I refuse to give it up when the game is sort of like won in. I don't know what the chance is, but I'm pretty sure it's low that you both get the event to steal Panama without the US getting it earlier, so they can get Panama and then actually having the game accept it, even though you only have a very small force present. So we need to fortify, we need to add base, more aircraft to the bases and so forth. And we also need to work on our carriers. So I have gone against my sort of wisdom, and I have mothballed or reserved most things here and sending things back to where they should be. These are going back to Northern Europe. This should be on foreign station. Also, a bunch of things are getting obsolete. Destroyers, cruisers. I need to really do something about that. I also need to get the aircraft catapult, not the aircraft carrier deck catapults, but the first catapults that can shoot stuff off ships, because that will make float planes more reasonable. I think I also want to expand my float plane carrier fleet with several small carriers like this, the Karsten, a couple of those, and maybe a few bigger ones. That way I can use my few light carriers for combat air patrol and a little bit of bombing. I've also picked this rather big but obsolete aircraft battlecruiser, and rebuilt it. And this is the point where you have to have at least 8.8-inch guns. So I figured, what the hell, and put my 9-inch guns on there because I have quality ones. So I figured that would be something we could do. Dual purpose, light, medium, director, anti-air director, and you can get 60 aircraft on this. That's not huge. And of course the flight deck is unarmored, but you have some on deck here and a little bit on the turrets. Not a whole lot. Probably too little, but the idea is this is definitely being rebuilt. You sort of have to build that first one with big guns. So if I take a hit here and get a flash fire, okay, that's on me. So I might convert several more of these battle cruisers. Of course, there is several thousand tons wasted there in belt armor, but that can't be helped. It will be a while until I can build anything that big without from scratch. So it's a good idea we're building here. I also restarted the Bayerns. You remember those? My triple 17-inchers. Well, we'll see how it goes. If this spikes and there is more, I will be probably very upset. But there's very little to be done about it. I don't think I have the basing capability or the submarines or anything required to actually, over time, I will auto build one sub. Yeah. Sort of fight US on their own turf. I would rather not lose all my Caribbean holdings. It would be very nice to have something. This, for example, then I can re-invade Panama later, something like that. But it could go horribly wrong. So there we have this, and we have some rebuilds, and I think we have some new light cruisers and more battleships and carriers, and it could be an exciting time. Lots of technology. We have aircraft. Okay, we can request a new aircraft. Let's see what we have. Do we have anything that's horribly obsolete? This one is horribly obsolete. I like to just mark it as obsolete, but we can wait. Still one squadron that still use them. Medium bombers, we haven't set up any medium bomber squadrons, so that's not so strange. We have 121, that many? Oh my god, that many aircraft. I need to get my aircraft under control. Air groups, so we are just gonna reserve everything here. I can take the air groups off the carriers and put them on an active base to avoid them losing experience, but you can see they're only poor and fair, and these two are veterans, so they are worth keeping. But I would say that I don't have that many carrier squadrons, so the few squadrons that I have, I think I will keep both the ships on active and the squadrons on active. Okay. So we have the last of this batch of destroyers coming out. Kemperbad finishes rebuilding in 14 months. Then I get a single destroyer that I have started building for some reason. And yeah. So, turn. Let's watch that tension. That's yeah, let's think I want to go to the map and add a few more naval air stations so I can Let's do one at Kiel and Wilhelmshaven. No. Be very dumb. Okay. So where is it not? Okay, only Kiel. Let's build one at Swinemünde as well. No, that's not good. I think I should start building a few new colonial cruisers because we are running out of the open design. Pick a name. Neptune will be the XC Neptune, and it will have oil turbine, and it will be 19 knots. And it will have it's nice. It's overgunned. Okay. Yeah. Trying to make it sort of vaguely realistic. Diesel is such a useless tech and medium range. It's as high as it's possible to go. It's weird. Let's give it 20 mines. It's no point. ASB is very low anyway. So Minesweeper, mines. A little bit of let's make these splinter proof. Only single turrets allowed. Okay. Casemates. Now this just got weird. Open this up. Dual purpose. Upgrade. Director only needs one director. 2 medium and 4 light. Anti-aircraft guns. 19 knots. Oil turbine. Reliable. Let's forget about all the armor. But let's give it mines. That's fine. And it was Neptune. See Neptune. Do we give it more speed? It's very expensive. 23 knots, but basically it's not going to outrun anything anyway. Let's keep it this cheap. Guns, it has anti-air. It seems like a realistic ship. But we need to fix how it doesn't count fully. Yeah, will work. These can be mothballed. These, why aren't these on foreign station? Mothball. Light cruisers, no. These can be reserved. These can be mothballed, except that one, it's traveling. Yeah, we're in the negative, but that's because we are building air bases. Transfer these to colon. Isn't that the one on the Caribbean side? I think so. Colon, yes. Maybe get an air group to Kingston as well. Colon, Helsingfors. These can go to Kingston. And we have someone in Halifax, Kingston, Helsingfors, Valletta, Stavanger, Kolberg. They could maybe go to St. John. St. John's and St. John, very creative. Let's send it here to Newfoundland. Oh, I want Ireland, I want Iceland, and definitely would have liked Bermuda. So if the game can just fix that for me. Didn't I just put ships on foreign station? What is your comment? Budget and tension. Actually, that I think I can live with a slightly smaller budget. A slightly smaller budget, he said, and I shaved 100,000 off my budget. And did this even budge? The lameness. I don't think it budged. No events here. So it didn't really affect the US, but I did get rid of unrest level, I suppose. These two can go to foreign station. It's active now. Light cruisers, that's fine. This can be not home yet, no, Northern Europe. This can be mothballed. back and rebuild this tree. How much does it cost to rebuild? Cost 120. Well, I guess I can live with that. No, I'm not giving it better guns. Yes, by the way, that research gun thing that just flashed past the screen while I was cranky yesterday, that was an improved 4-inch gun, so now there is definitely no reason to be running only 3-inch guns, because now you have quality 1 4-inch guns and quality 1 6-inch guns and quality 1 9-inch guns and 2-inch, of course, but we are not using those. So replace machinery didn't cost anything, so can be like this. And let's throw in 6 mines while we're at it. Yes, but it's not going to shoot anything, so it doesn't need better guns or fire control. Yeah. So let's look at other obsolete ships. These 1503s, right. Didn't I rebuild some 1503s? Yes, I did. Took out the mines. And I made them speed 34. And they have 6 5-inch guns. None of these. You know what? I'm just gonna rebuild them using the same standard. Be easier. Oh my god. That was horribly expensive. And it's an 8-month rebuild. Oh my god, what did I do now? Let's rebuild 6 and 6 so we don't go completely under here. Yeah. These battle cruisers can be used for something, but the more I think about it, this battle cruiser reserve, even at mothball, they are just eating money. They will never see any battle, and even if they see battle, it will be, they will not have any impact. So let's do that. Doesn't materially change my I don't think I need the blockade value. I'd like to rebuild some of these cruisers, but finances are a bit tight after I passed those social reforms, to say the least. New docks complete. Air groups, yeah. So at Wienemünde, we will add a medium bomber squadron of 12 aircraft. Copy area name. And of course, these will be on reserve. No. I want to sort of get some aircraft into production. So our oldest is that torpedo bomber, and it's horribly outdated. Medium bomber, no one in production yet. Float plane. So we can try for a new patrol craft. We have range and range. This is not a very efficient way of maintaining my foreign stations, because I have more foreign stations than I have light cruisers. Oh, tool. Okay. Spy for the US. So this one definitely gives tension. This takes my prestige and will probably give tension anyway. So let's do that. No, it stayed in place. Improved Focke-Wulf B firepower 5. That's pretty good for 1934, actually. It's faster, it has longer range, but still very low range. And its average, okay, I'm not going to complain. All things considered, that's a fair upgrade. I've seen worse new models. Our finances are still not good, and you can see that the US definitely isn't getting any of those reduced tension spending events. They are give them a little while and they will have twice the budget we do. Yeah, I'm bitter about that. I'm not doing any social work ever again. No. So we are approaching maximum dock size, but let's keep building. It's either now or never, because once we get to the mid 40s or whatever, we are not going to build a lot of 90,000 ton battleships, but we might still want to build some battleships. The US keeps building, but it also keeps retaining all the ships that it has. I feel that I am okay. These haven't need to finish repairing. One wants to mothball. Let's look at strength numbers. Yeah, the US still has a pretty big active fleet, which also means that it will probably suddenly declare war on me. There is not a whole lot we can sort of do about that. We'll just try to postpone it for as long as possible and prepare. Yeah. Italy. Oh, I agree with the Kaiser. As long as I get a budget. I also get budget here. But what are the chances of Italy being in bad relations with the US? No, very strange. I'm a democracy. All these fascist communist countries. It's weird. Kind of weird. Well, we are not back up to speed, but it's not as horrible as it was. Let's look at other update options. We are in 34 now. Okay, so these can last a little bit longer. 27. Well, get this over with, shall we? This was not a good investment. More fun. And my lighter torpedo mounts, I guess that's fine. Yeah, why not buy it? That's one less thing we have to research. I would say always buy. Wow. Didn't know we had skipped that many texts, but I would like to have that catapult, please. Fleet morale has... Yeah, whatever, get rid of the guy. So... that was quite underwhelming. They are a bit faster though, so they complete their treks much quicker. This one is very tough, but no. Float plane scout. Fleet morale -1. I have no idea how that works, and unrest is up. Also no idea why. Probably random fluctuations or something. Yes, good, nice. This one is quite a bit better. The drawback is that this one is good reliability. This one is slower, and the range is okay. We can look at it, see how it turns out. Why did I do that? So what finished their reconstruction, these guys? No, not move. Mothball. Okay, the US is down a little bit. 7/15". It's not that bad. It's very fast. 32 knots. Much faster than anything that I have, which is probably not a good thing. Let's resume construction. (14". Okay. Air groups for the Camperbad. Let's We have some cap and we have some, well, potentially escort in the future and decent striking power, I think, for the time period. This was just such a huge mistake to sink that much money into a old destroyer class bar. Probably fixed up the others when I had a lot more money, I would think. But why no catapult? Mio no comprende. I have it on high. I have torpedoes. I really should be getting that catapult, unless, of course, the game has pushed it. No, catapult is like in the 20s. We are now in 35, so there is no reasonable explanation for that. Yeah, anyway. Go forward. More budget. Yeah, 740. Now we are back to where we were before. Now we can resume because Bayern is almost done. So now we have some colonial, the Neptune. We will go to foreign station. These will go for refit. I don't have to do this. I'm aware of that, but I feel it's time. So they will spend longer, but we can indulge in a little bit of role play. Mothball. Let's build another 6 Neptunes. And let's okay. So 17 inches and and the 15 inches. And the battleship reserve is now empty. I am going to check if I can now actually turn these into carriers. Auto carrier conversion. Out 8-inch guns, yeah. That's fine. So we have 5-inch, 4-inch dual purpose. That's good. Replacing the machinery, 30 knots. Let's just do that. 60 aircraft. 50 ammo. We could keep it at 29. Not quite as good, but good enough. Fire control, advanced director. It's a late dreadnought. We could do speed 30, or we could do normal 29. Or we could slightly decrease the number of aircraft. 6 less aircraft. No. Still have a bunch of ships that are slow, so why not make it 29? No, 30 knots, normal, 58 planes. 2 planes less. That's good. Now, this will take 14 months and it will cost 4,000 each, so I can't really rebuild all of them at the same time. Let's start with 1. New float plane scout. This one seems promising. It is reasonably fast. No, it's fairly slow actually. We have this, also slow. This is faster. This is fast-ish. I'm not terribly impressed by any of them actually. Let's just do this one. Fighter. And it will have range and firepower, or firepower and range. This one from 1916 can just take a rest. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, 20mm cannon are very... Oh wow, it gets even better. Now we have 3 float plane scouts. Let's just let them develop and then we can see if any of them turn out okay. So we have some cranky Finns. It's not very nice of them, but yeah. Let me check. No, I have no idea if this would be any better because you cannot actually see the minesweeping statistic when designing. I have the ASV factor, but no, not doing that. Fire. Wow, oh, that's too much. Let's move those guys to the Baltic. With some destroyers. See if that helps with the rebellion situation. I'll Germanize it later on. What would happen? Wow! Why is it suddenly 1500 tons negative? Wow, that's weird. That was strange. Just came off the... I mean, this wouldn't be nearly legal. Not a little bit legal. So I guess we're not touching that one. Weird. I mean, these are active already, so they can hang out in the Baltic too. So it has no heavy A. It has TPS-1, it has decent torpedo, it has a very good gun armament. Starting to cost quite a bit though. can't afford it right now anyway, so no point. $32 aircraft. Tension. It's not like they take just a little bit of money away, they sort of completely devastate the budget. And the US is still well over $1 million. And Great Britain is up to 850. So maybe I have been too puny when it comes to seeking out attention. The only thing we could have upgraded AA guns. Ooh, speed is hard. 29 knots, that's fast. I mean, this is not horrible, but do we need it? No. This is almost possible. I think we will focus on getting more aircraft carriers onto the water. We have or a faster battle cruiser, because our fastest battle cruisers are only 29 knots. No, not open for rebuild. Open design. So how much would it take to make this guy go 31? That would be very easy at the moment. Pick Graf Spee. This is more interesting. That's 1,000. That's about 1,200. Would save us quite a bit of It's not a big difference. Normal is fine. No seaplane hangar. This is a big boy. It's not exactly cheap though. 8,500 per month. It's definitely a possibility, but just wait for now. Who's the meddling off? I would say Great Britain. I'll go to Fall Guy. I don't get it. Why is there no one catapult? Okay, that's interesting. I can't afford anything, so pipes in service. Okay. So it has less firepower, but still good firepower. It is not very fast, but the range is somewhat better. No, it's sucks. Yeah, the Reichstag hates me. Is it? Get him out of here. You could call a disarmament conference. We cannot build big ships. No. 25, 13 inches. For the other nations, the treaty tonnage limits are we have a big battleship building that will be scrapped, but I don't care about that. We want a slightly higher tonnage limit. This will be better. The treaty will run for 20 years until there is war. Can accept this treaty. I mean, 13 inches completely irrelevant. 12, so basically no useful new major battleship can be built. So I will be the only one with 17-inch guns, and most of the others have. The US have built a few ships at a higher level, 16-inch. Yeah. So I can only have 960,000 tons in capital ships and aircraft carriers. So it's scrapping time. So we had to scrap the second ship of the Bayern class. That's unfortunate, but Great Britain had to scrap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this treaty came at a very interesting time, and this is the first time I have willingly gone into a treaty in Ruler Waves 3. So that should be very interesting. France has scrapped 2 ships, Italy 1, Russia has scrapped 5 battle cruisers, Japan 2 battle cruisers, the US only 3. Okay, so managed to get away from the worst of it. Austria-Hungary, Spain, post-hardening tempering process. Yes. We want a new prototype. It will have range. So tensions go down, and of course the budget goes down, so we will have to live with that. So, treaty limits. This is the max, and we are in breach of both capital and total. So I will save here, copy the game, and I will go back and look at what I need to scrap to comply with limitations. So the next we meet, I will have reorganized my fleet to comply with the treaty. This will make upgrading things much more interesting. So until next time.